Turning now to Georgia, where Governor Brian Kemp took some of his fellow Republicans to the woodshed for a proposal by state legislators to interfere in the criminal prosecution of Donald Trump. Let's listen.
The bottom line is that in the state of Georgia, as long as I'm governor, we're going to follow the law and the Constitution, regardless of who it helps or harms politically.
Now, that is, I believe the term in West Virginia, I don't know what they say in Georgia, but that's a stud duck, right? That is a guy walking around his barnyard that says, I feel very confident that I can handle this. Julia, when we think about Brian Kemp, there's a kind of what might have been for Republicans, right?
Yeah.
This is a guy who Donald Trump brought the big guns for him down in Georgia. He recruited a former senator to primary him. For the first time ever, put his own money, right. Not his, but somebody else's money that they gave Trump, put it into the race to try to unseat Kemp. Kemp won the primary and then a commanding win in a general election. And here's a guy who has a plain-spoken way of talking about these things that many Trump critics or foes struggle with. What did you say?
Yeah, and you still hear Republicans invoking Brian Kemp along with Glenn Youngkin as these, it's wishful thinking, as these potential Trump rivals or people who could potentially defeat Trump. But look, that's Brian Kemp. He's sticking it to Donald Trump. He's and his supporters. He's very much holding his ground like we've expected him to do in Georgia. In terms of how it impacts his base, look, he's a very popular governor among
and he's reelected, right?
And he's reelected, so he can do this.
Scott, what about this idea of using the legislature? So basically, the idea, and it was a little cockamamie, but we'll entertain it. There was a claque of lawmakers in Georgia that said we're going to defund the Fulton County DA's office to punish them for prosecuting Donald Trump. Is that a thing? Could that actually work if they had legislative support for it?
Well, it could work if they had legislative support for it, but Governor Kemp just put the whammy on that.
The kibosh, that's right.
Kibosh on that. And it's short-sighted. It's like the same sugar high Trump is experiencing. You shut down that office. You shut down the criminal justice system. And how can you say you're a member of the GOP if you're not for law and order? So you hurt a lot of people. But the one thing about Kemp and Youngkin that distinguishes them, they both won. They're both very popular governors, and they won without Donald Trump's help. And so that's the future of the Republican Party. If I was a Republican, that's where I would be looking, and they're proving it every day.
Thanks for watching. Go to NewsNationNow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.